Okay, welcome everyone. Again, my name is Bobby Smith. I'm honored to be here tonight speaking to our guests on this webinar. My background's in medical education. I've been fortunate enough to be in front of a multi-billion-dollar startup and then spent many years in cancer work. And I'm very excited to be here with all of you tonight as we talk about Powur and our extraordinary opportunity and this extraordinary next 24 hours that we're a part of. You know, folks, this conversation begins with the dirty energy grid being disrupted. It's flawed. Our energy grid is archaic. It is flawed. We've seen what's happened to it in areas like Puerto Rico that have also been devastated by these recent weather events and the changing as we see it. So this combination of this dirty energy grid and really unprecedented weather events, whatever side of climate change you're on or not. But we know as a society around the world, we can do better with clean air, clean water, clean food, just a better society for the world in general. So tune in with us tonight as we talk about this energy grid and we move forward through the presentation. Again, we're honored to have you with us here tonight. Thank you. So the brightest minds in the world, and I'll quote, if you could put solar on the roof of your house, as I have, if you could make your own electricity cheaper than you could buy it from the grid, what informed homeowner is not going to do that? It's the game changer. And that's why it's such a great threat to the powers that be. And folks, if you put that in perspective, this moment in time for solar, people had been on the sidelines. There was a lack of education. They were waiting for the prices to come down. They were waiting for the warranties to get better. They were waiting for the incentives to get better. Well, all that has come together in this moment in time, and we are standing on the precipice of a change and a shift, again, in how we produce energy and how citizens around the country and around the world utilize it in their homes and in their businesses. You know, at the same time, you know, the workforce is being disrupted. You know, I don't know what age you are, where you come from, but, you know, we've seen a dramatic change from the 9-to-5 workforce, from people that missed their kids growing up because they were fighting that traffic in the morning and doing their thing at work and trying to get to the gym and fighting to get dinner down for the privilege of tucking the kids in and doing it all over again. So our workforce is being disrupted from many points, certainly from just the thinking of what we want and what we value in our lives, but even more, we're drifting into a new, and I say drifting, we're really just, we're jumping into this new economy. You know, if you look at how the world has shifted, how platform technology has changed all of our lives, you know, a young man named Zuckerberg got, you know, people thought he was crazy, but look at the way the world communicates today. Look at how money is being raised from Kickstarter, and look at these tremendous companies. And we use Uber and Airbnb as great examples. You know, Airbnb rents more rooms than any company in the world, and they don't own a room. And Uber rents more rides than any company in the world, and they don't own a car. And Amazon sells more of everything than anyone, and they don't own anything. So as we look at this combination of events, which we'll talk about tonight, there is no debate, again, about the shift in energy in our world and the shift in platforms and technology and how businesses are conducted in the United States and around the world today. You know, I have a great privilege to introduce my colleague and partner and friend, Jonathan Budd. Some of you know Jonathan's reputation. He earned more money than most people will dream of in his 20s. He's considered one of the top internet marketers in the world. If you don't know him, he's one of the coolest guys in the world. And he put his money where his mouth is, put $1 million up out of his own pocket. We've raised more money than that. Jonathan will talk about that a little bit, but all of you have a chance to listen in tonight. I think the greatness of any company begins with the greatness of its CEO, their dedication, their brilliance, their ability to see into the future and make the tough decisions and do all of that with a sense of love and doing the right thing as a public benefit corporation. So we couldn't be more honored to be led into battle every single day by our CEO and great friend, Mr. Jonathan Budd. Jonathan, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Smith, and it's absolutely my honor to be here with all of you tonight, because make no mistake about it, our intent is clear. You know, we're really looking to lock arms and partner with our next wave of leaders and business partners and entrepreneurs that truly see the vision of Powur. and truly see the vision of what it is that we can actually offer your life. And that's why we created this company. You know, we created this company really for three main reasons. And these three main reasons are kind of core to who we are as people, and it's why we built this company. The work we wanted to do in the world, we wanted to be a reflection of who we were. I didn't like showing up every day, even when I had my own business, and doing something that, you know, I don't know if this was what I was really meant to be doing with my life. And so that desire, that drive really led me to start looking at, you know, what would be a business vehicle? What would be a way for me to make all my dreams come true, all the money I want, all that good stuff, and feel amazing about it every single day? To wake up and know that this hits every box, it checks every box. And so it's really these three things. Number one is purpose. Do I feel like I have purpose with what I'm doing every day? Is what I'm doing actually making a meaningful contribution to society? Is what I'm doing going to impact the world after I'm gone? And those are really important questions that I feel like the second you step, you know, out of the day-to-day and the daily, you know, drum of everything, you start to ask those questions and you realize that we're not all going to be on this planet that long. And life is really about answering those questions. Life is really about, hey, did we really live? Were we really free? Did we really show up and play ball? That's what Powur is about. So we want to create purpose. We want to be able to have a life by design. I can't even imagine what it's like to have someone else dictate my life. I don't even know what that's like. It never happened for me. I refuse to ever let it happen. And I want to be a stand and a champion that other people can be that exact same way. I started my first network marketing business when I was 20 years old, because I looked at the future and I saw that there is no way I'm going to go down this traditional path and spend the next 50 years working for somebody to pay off my college debt just so I can, you know, be broke one day. Like, no, thank you. So we want to help other people create a life by design where you control your schedule, your time, what you do, how you do, and who you do it with. And lastly, that leads to freedom. And I really think freedom is twofold. Yes, it's being able to have control over your time and do what you want and really feel great about what you're doing every day. And there's that kind of freedom, but there's also the freedom that comes from within when you really know that, you know, you're living a life of personal greatness. And that's a huge aspiration inside our company. We want people to think about, what is personal greatness to me? How do I know I'm living a great life? How do I know I'm living my full life? How do I know that I'm doing the things I want to do? How do I know that I'm challenging myself enough, that I'm pushing myself enough? How do I know I'm really living my full potential? And I've never in my entire life found another method, another tool that allows one to really achieve personal greatness than being an entrepreneur. When you commit to being an entrepreneur and you commit to succeeding in your business, it's not just about business. It's about who you are. It's about your mindset. It's about your community. It's about the people you're next to every day. It's all inclusive. It's your whole life that has the opportunity to change. So that's what Powur is about. We want to change people's lives with this company. We want to help people find freedom, and we want to show them how to create an amazing income by changing the future of the world and changing how the world produces energy. So if those are three things that you think resonate with you, that you get excited about, you should pay very close attention to everything we're sharing tonight, because I'm telling you, we built this company for you. We literally built it for you. We believe that there are millions of people out there just like us who want more purpose, who want life by design, and who want more freedom. And they can see these trends. They're smart enough and intelligent enough to look at the data and understand that everything about energy is changing. Everything about how we work is changing. We are entering into a new era. Platforms are driving our entire economy. Just go look at the top 10 market share valuations in the world today of the top 10 companies, and half of them are all platforms, for God's sakes. So nobody can argue this, okay? We're in a new era, and it's only going to accelerate. So we want to help people get in front of it. Now, you hear us talk about why solar and what's happening in energy, but I want to drill this down for you very simply, okay? This is why this product is inevitable. This is why 90 million homes in the United States are going to have solar over the next 2 decades. And that's how many actually qualify for the product. because they have the right sun exposure, they live in the right environment, the right area. Not every home can go solar. There's about 135 million homes in the US, and they estimate about 90 million of the 135 can go solar. So this is why 90 million homes are going to go solar. Once you understand that every single month you are paying your utility bill, you're paying your utility per kilowatt hour of energy that you can consume. Just like a gallon of gasoline, most people know how much they pay for a gallon of gasoline. They pay $2.20, $2.50. If you're in California, you pay $4. But you know how much you pay for a gallon of gasoline, but very few people know how much they pay for a kilowatt hour. So this is as simple as it is. You can actually produce that same kilowatt hour from your rooftop cheaper than you can buy it from a utility. That's all solar technology is. By putting a solar system on your roof, guess what? You can produce clean kilowatt hours, as much of them as you need, and you can produce those kilowatt hours cheaper than you can buy it from the utility. So most people think, well, wait a minute, wasn't solar expensive? No, that was the past. That was a long time ago. Solar's not expensive anymore. The utility's expensive, because not only can you produce that kilowatt hour cheaper from your rooftop, but just like you don't have to buy a car cash, and just like you don't have to buy your house cash, you don't have to buy solar systems with cash anymore. Solar systems and Powur now works with all of the biggest solar financiers in the country. We can finance a solar system any way to Sunday. Okay, so you can go solar for $0 down, and your monthly solar bill, the goal is to have that monthly solar bill be less than your utility bill, and you fix your solar payment for the next 20 years, the next 15 years, the next 10 years. Meanwhile, your utility payment's going to increase every year because of this thing we all know called inflation. So when you look at the economics of solar, and we will train you guys on this, we'll show you how simple it is. This whole conversation is easy as could be. It's all about, hey, do you know anyone who wants to save money on their electric bill and pay nothing out of pocket to do it? It's literally that simple. And anyone who looks at a proposal, anyone who looks at the economics of solar can see clearly that there is long-term and short-term cost-saving benefits to go solar. So that's why 90 million homes are going to do it, because it's going to make homeowners money to do it. And, you know, of course, we love the impact it's having on the world. We love the fact that we're cleaning up our environment and all that amazing. That's why we feel so good about what we're doing. And the reason why it's inevitable is economics. The price simply makes sense, and no one is going to pay more money for that same kilowatt hour if they can get it cheaper from their rooftop. So let me explain how it works to join Powur. So step number one is you become a member, and we'll train you on how to offer our products. It takes about 36 minutes. We have a 36-minute getting started training. So if you invest an hour with us, literally an hour, we're going to show you how to go out there and make money with our company, and we'll talk you through that. So step number two is you invite homeowners to a free $0 down solar proposal. So that's it. Who do you know who wouldn't want to look at saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill and having it cost them absolutely nothing to check out? It's completely free. There's no obligation. That's all we're doing. We're inviting people to look at a free proposal to save thousands or more on their energy costs with $0 down solar. Now, what happens next? They get connected to the best local, regional, and national solar consultants in the country and installers through our platform. So we will educate homeowners, we will educate everybody, we will walk them through all of the information so that they can make an informed decision and they can choose if solar is right for them. And then we work with all of the best solar installers in the country. We've built our own custom proprietary software platform and our own custom network of installers so we can deliver the best value and the best service for people to go solar with the best financing companies, the whole kit and caboodle, all across the country. Now, step four is you get paid. And we'll talk a little bit about how you get paid in a second. And then step number five is you can refer others to join the solar revolution, and you can get paid even more. Because remember, our goal is to change people's lives. Our goal is to help you build a life by design, and our goal is to help you create freedom. And so that's what our compensation plan is all about. That's what our company is all about. So the first goal when you join Powur is actually to become a rising star. How do you become a rising star? you introduce 5 homeowners to solar energy. So you set 5 appointments for homeowners to look at whether or not solar makes sense for them. Now, you actually get paid on every one of those appointments. You make an average of $30 every time you set one of those appointments. Now, once you set 5 appointments and you have one homeowner actually sign a contract to go solar, you become a rising star. So that is it. That's your whole focus in our company, is to really become a rising star as quickly as you can. And if you do that in your first 60 days, we're going to pay you a $200 rising star cash bonus. We're going to advance you $250 out of your solar commission right when the contract is signed. You're going to earn a $100 performance bonus, and you're also going to earn about $150 just from appointment commissions. So in total, you make $700 just for setting 5 appointments for homeowners to evaluate if solar makes sense for them. And having one of those people sign a contract, you'll make $700 just like that, which means you're profitable in your business and you're now in the green. How many businesses can you start where you're literally profitable from helping 5 people look at a proposal and one of them decides to go solar and signs a contract? And here's what's so cool. We just rolled this program out literally a few days ago, and we had one of our members become a rising star in a single day. They set 6 appointments and had a contract signed in 1 day. So if you want to set a goal to be the first person to become a rising star in 5 hours or 6 hours or whatever it is, we encourage you, think big, think about personal greatness. How quickly do you want to become a rising star? And we'll walk you through how to do that. Now, once you become a rising star, it pretty much paves the way for you to move forward with our company and become a consultant. Now, ultimately, as a consultant, you get to present your own contracts to go solar, and you get to make even more money. There's a whole consultant pathway here where you can become an apprentice consultant as you're studying to really learn how to present, and your commission bumps up to about $1,000 to $1,200 per project you refer. And then once you're a full consultant, your commission bumps up to about $2,000 per project. And once you become an expert consultant, this means that other people can actually send their clients to you. So people on your team, people in the company, you can start getting clients referred to you from the Powur platform, just like Uber. So just like Uber, you can turn on the app and people ping you and they want to ride and you get paid. The Powur platform could be the same for you. You could literally have clients being referred to you that you're helping go solar, and you could be making an average of $1,500 a commission. So the Powur platform is really a professional pathway, and you're going to hear from some people actually right now who have used this platform to completely change their life and to build all of the things we've been talking about: more freedom, more purpose, more life by design. So with that, I think it's a great segue to introduce you to some of the amazing entrepreneurs and some of the amazing people who are on our platform. And the first person I'd like to introduce you is Andy Smith, who's become an absolute best friend to me, somebody I admire, respect for his courage and his commitment to a better world. So Andy, if you could pop in here and just share for a little bit, what the Powur platform has done for you and where you see us going next.
Right on, Jonathan. Thank you. And it's a real honor to be here tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. The Powur platform, I didn't know how much I needed it when I saw you on the video. But the ability to create abundance and make the planet better than I found it was just an irresistible offer. Like I said, something I didn't know I needed, but now that I have it, I couldn't even imagine doing anything else. So it gives me the ability to have continual better conversations with my son about making a difference as well as making a living. And the platform itself enables me as a business guy. I understand business trends and ways of doing business. There's nothing like it. So the consultant program, working to be a consultant, I have skill sets in building teams. So I was very successful in building teams, and that's been fantastic. And then the consultant program launched not so long back, and I learned how to sell solar. And now today, for example, I was able to present 4 solar proposals. And when I am able to either close my own solar proposal for one of my referrals or one of my teammates, it ends up genuinely being about $1,000 an hour return on effort for active income. It's ludicrously good, and you've just seen the solar value proposition. So it's not the most difficult sale to make when people actually see and understand the numbers. And now with the 3.1 launch that we have, and the ability now to create so much more income by helping teammates and growing a team and helping them flourish, where, you know, that's going to be an equal opportunity to the selling solar side. I just have everything I could possibly want. It's completely game changing, completely life changing. Today, as I presented 4 proposals, I've just taken my son to an audition in Hollywood. I never miss his soccer games. I get to live life by my own plan and my own design, just as you mentioned, and it's everything I'm looking for. So thank you for having the vision to put it together.
Andy, thank you, my friend. You truly are an inspiration. And I want to ask Carol, because Carol, you are such an inspiration as well. All of you guys are inspirations. But Carol, if you could please share a little bit about your story and what you've created with Powur, I think it'd be amazing for people to hear.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. And again, thank you very much for having me on this call. I am so passionate about what I'm doing. Let me tell you a little bit about my day today. I started my day rowing on Clear Lake. I love rowing. I get to be there with all the pelicans. There were 800 pelicans on the lake this morning, and I got to row in the middle of them. It was awesome. But you know, the thing is that I live in Northern California. We experienced up where I am, the fires this summer were terrible. The fire that we had, the Mendocino complex, was the largest in California's history, and it got to within a hair's breadth of my doorstep. And the reason I do what I'm doing is because I believe that I can do something about global warming beyond just composting my veggie waste and turning off my light switch. But I wanted to do something big. And that's when I saw Powur, I saw that this was an opportunity to do more than just what I just said, compost my vegetables. I mean, I could do something significant. Rooftop solar is number 10 on Project Drawdown's list of the most effective solutions we have on the planet today to actually reverse global warming. So I could have signed up and gotten a job with a local solar installer here and done very well, thank you very much, selling solar on my own. But that wasn't my plan. My plan was actually to do more. And I can't do more alone. I have to have people that are like me, doing what I do, helping people go solar. So the Powur platform and being an expert consultant has opened all that up to me to build people that are like me. So together we can panel the rooftops of the whole United States, Canada, Australia, and the world, actually, so that we can help them go solar. And I'm passionate helping people do that. And so far, the Powur platform has enabled me to do pretty well. I've had a $10,000 week with Powur, and I have a lot of installs in the hopper that I'm waiting for them to just land and open up. So it's allowed me to do well by doing good. So I get to earn a great income as well as live the life that I want to live and actually make a difference on the planet. So Jonathan, thank you so much for coming up with this. I honor you. I honor your heart and your soul and your mind. And thank you so much for this vision of yours. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
Oh, Carol, you are making a huge impact, my dear. You alone have probably pulled more pollution out of the environment than an entire town in many cases. So through all of the small actions people take and the big actions you're taking, and we're just so inspired by your work. And lastly, we have Larry McKinney down here in San Diego, who's also just been so inspiring and really creating life-changing results with Powur. Larry, thanks for being with us tonight, buddy. What would you like to share with everybody?
Well, thanks for having me, Jonathan. I'm really honored to be here, and I appreciate you having me. A little bit about me. I was raised in Southern California and basically conditioned to be an environmentalist. You know, dirty air, gas, water shortages were the norm in LA when I was a young kid. I did grow up surfing on the beach, and I surfed over the years in Mexico, Hawaii, Central America, Tahiti, Indonesia. And one of the things I've seen firsthand over the years is the effect of climate change and pollution of our oceans and reefs. It's been really devastating at times. This is really my why and what compelled me to help our planet and oceans be part of, and be part of the solution. So when I first saw Powur, the Powur model 2.5 years ago, and boy, it was a lot different then, I was super excited. First thing I did is I shared it with my wife, Jody, and we both that day signed up for Powur. It's changed our lives in so many ways. I can't even tell you. I made it a goal, at that point to learn as much as I could about solar and helping people go solar. And my big game changer is when you guys invited us to be part of the 3.0 beta testers as consultants and sell and close solar sales with Powur. I mean, that was about a year ago, and it's been such a great ride. Becoming a consultant allowed me to quit my job and focus on Powur. It gave me the freedom of being my own boss. We travel a lot more than we used to, both for fun and for solar appointments. Actually, one of my best travels this last spring was when I got to go up to the Central Valley to watch my sister's installation. It was really cool to involve my family members in our business and help her go solar. This also allowed me to be present and check out her entire install from the beginning to the end and see and take photos of what a really cool a stellar solar installation looked like. And I think she had like 44 panels. So, my moving forward from here, I just achieved one of my biggest goals with Powur by becoming an expert. I absolutely love going on solar appointments, and I just love helping people save money on solar. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I think my last big goal with Powur is to become an executive advisor, and I hope to achieve this by early next year. So I only see our future getting, a lot brighter, as Powur grows, and now with the 3.1 and helping, a lot more solar clients moving forward with going solar, building our team in the US, Puerto Rico, and Canada. One of the things I often tell people that, solar doesn't just make sense, it makes dollars. There's so many win-wins for us, the solar clients, and all of us Powur advisors. And I just want to thank you for allowing me to say a little bit about that. So thank you, Jonathan.
Larry, I'm beaming from ear to ear just because that story fills my heart. It's exactly why we do what we do. And I hope everyone is listening so carefully, because the truth is that anyone who really wants to create true purpose in their life, true life by design, true freedom, you've got to understand that it's a choice that you make. It's not something that just happens to you. You choose it and you decide that, you know what, I really want my life to be about this. And I'm so passionate about this because I know that our planet is facing crisis right now. I mean, we have genuine crisis that's happening. We have environmental crises that are taking place. We're at a true turning point where, we don't have that much time left to turn things around. We know that we've completely polluted our oceans, and people are working on that. They're figuring out ways to get the plastic out of the ocean, which we have a plastic patch the size of Texas floating in the middle of the darn thing. And chemicals in all of our foods, and now our atmosphere is warming and it's causing all these things, and we don't have an unlimited amount of time. And so I feel like we're at this amazing time in history, this position in history, where individuals just like you guys and just like everyone listening on this call tonight, and just like Bobby and just like Charles and just like me, we get to be the ones to make a choice that we actually want to live a life of personal greatness. And yeah, we can have it all. We don't need to sacrifice. Our life really can have it all. If we believe that we can have life by design, true purpose, and true freedom, then I'm telling you right now, there's a pathway out there for you to create that. And, hopefully it's Powur. There's many more, even if it's not Powur. As long as you know that you can create those things, you will. And I am confident that anyone who wants to truly impact the world and truly recognizes that this platform is changing the way people do energy and changing the way we do life, can utilize our company to achieve their goals. And hopefully tonight you got really clear that that's not only possible, when you make the decision and you commit to it, it's probable. And we want you to come join our team. We want you to lock arms with us, and we will show you how to do this. We are a hardcore team. You know, we're a real group of people that partners with each other, and I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to work with you, and I can't wait to help you develop and help you learn whatever it is I've learned that's allowed me to get here and that's allowed all of us to get anywhere. We're all here to share our knowledge with you. Every individual you just heard on this call is here to share knowledge with you so that we can elevate together. So how do you get started as a Powur advisor? First off, you get all these things as a Powur advisor. You get full access to the Powur platform to submit your clients. So we have built a proprietary software platform. We've invested over $5 million in this platform. There's no other one like it on the planet. We've created brand new trainings for you in less than 38 minutes. We're going to show you how to become a rising star and be profitable. You've got all the functionality to build and grow a team so you can be your own entrepreneur and earn passive income. Plus all of our advanced trainings, advancing the consultant, just like you heard all of our members talking about. All of this is only $4.99. So it's a one-time $4.99 license to activate as a Powur advisor. And then if you enroll before October 31st midnight, you have a $200 discount right now. So this is the huge urgency. We just rolled out all of these game-changing announcements to our compensation plan, to our company. The value is greater than ever. We have completely stacked the value, which is why the price is increasing to $4.99 on November 1st, which is still ridiculous. Many platforms out there will charge you $500 a month just to have access to a CRM and business management tools and all that stuff. And our license is one time. So as long as you enroll before October 31st midnight, you can take advantage of the $200 discount. So take massive action. We invite you to get back in touch with the person who invited you here to discuss this. And to close everything out tonight, I want to turn the call over to one of our presidential directors, the highest honor that we have in our company, of somebody who has basically achieved one of the top positions, Mr. Charles Thompson, to just walk you through a little bit about the kind of income you can earn with Powur. And he built a really cool calculator to show people. And Charles, thank you so much for being with us tonight, and I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you, sir. The only greater honor is to be able to share this wonderful opportunity with each of you. Jonathan shared with you the Rising Star program, which really is the beginning of what created this calculator. And it's a very simple conversation. It's all about the number 5. And I like to actually do it in holding up a hand. So if you look at the calculator here, you'll find the yellow section. And as I start to talk through each of these, you'll see a number that will appear, and then you're going to see what that creates in the form of income. When you first start, you have a small investment of $499. How many people have been in business and not even been profitable in 3, 4, 5 years? The average is exactly that. It depends on what industry you're in. This business, you can become profitable. Listen to the story you heard earlier about one day the person became a rising star. That's a $700 return on that investment. So now if you watch me click to this next slide, you can see all I ask you to do is make one commitment, a handful of appointments that you generate in the system. And we know statistically that at least one of those is going to go to installation. That will trigger you to become a rising star. You are profitable. And then all I ask as a mentor, and your mentor will ask of you, is just to commit to one appointment per month for the rest of the year. So even if you took the first full 60 days and then one per month, your total appointment activity would be 15. So 10 plus 5. And look at what happens to your profitability. You now have monthly profitability. And then all we ask you to do is to find a group of people, a handful of people, to do exactly what you just did. Coach them to become a rising star. That's duplication. And look at what happens to your profitability. You now are profiting monthly about the same amount of money of your initial investment. And it doesn't stop there. We then begin what we call duplication. And as you duplicate that the first time, that's that handful of people that you taught, coached to become rising stars. They then in turn get a handful of people each and do the very same thing. and look at your monthly and annual profitability start to rise. And while you do that, you accelerate through the rank structure, you get eligible for other matches, and the numbers are just absolutely no limitation. You can go to whatever extent that you wish within this program, as long as you just duplicate the very same basic rising star mentality. And we have taken this to where you can really accelerate the compensation. After you get your first 3 installations, now you're eligible for contract signing commission advances. If you refer a contract, then you get your $250 a day that they sign the contract. We don't make you wait to the 1st and the 15th of the month. It's sign a contract, and it is in daily pay. It's in your account that day. If you're a consultant and you did both activities, you get both the referring commission and the consulting commission. Now you have $750 advance, no waiting, commissions paid daily. There's no compensation plan like this anywhere in the industry. And then the last section here is, how do you do that? Again, become a rising stars, help others become a rising star, and then it's the basic approach of wash, rinse, repeat until you have established $1 million or potentially a multi-million-dollar organization. That is it. That's the simplicity. And with my closing statement, I want to go back to what Mr. David Crane said. And he made it very clear that this was the game changer. But the most important part of what we do is education and informing homeowners, because that's where the game changer begins. We are the educators. We are the game changers. Simply by taking those steps, we will make a major shift in this country, in this world, with what we do. So I'd encourage you to join the movement. And with the final comments, I know that Mr. Bobby Smith wanted to have a couple of closing comments. So Bobby, I'd like to turn the call back over to you and thank each of you for being with us this evening. Mr. Smith, the call is yours.
Thank you, Charles. We are so honored by what you do every single day and give back to the world. You know, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're a guest listening in tonight, you just have to understand that there are certainties. There are certainties to the conversation tonight. There are certainties that there are weather events happening around the world that we need to do something about. If you believe in that, then join us. We also know that solar has reached its moment in time where everyone owes it to themselves, as a homeowner, as a citizen of this planet, to their children and their grandchildren, and just pure economy, to get a free proposal for solar. It has never been better than it is today. If you add to that we know that disruptive platforms have changed the world. We are the only company in the world doing what we're doing. $10 million invested, up to $65,000 a month on software development, paying for appointments, paying in real time, offering incentives that no one in the world is doing in the solar industry. If you understand, to catch a company at this moment in time, when we have proven what we're doing, when there are people earning life-changing incomes, yet there are cities and states and countries around the world that are just waiting for you, that next person to step up, with no background in solar, with no sales experience in solar, whatever background you may come from. We know you're busy, probably have a family, workout, prayer, all those things that happen. But if you join us, you'll also have the training and the support, everything you need to build this business from the comfort of your home. The clock is ticking. We have until the 31st at midnight PST. Your goal is to not only join Powur, take a position, but get as many people as you can in front of this recording, on the people that have brought this opportunity to you, and get them involved in Powur at that time. Then you can turn your attention to Rising Star, being profitable immediately, creating the same thing for them, and really building that life of abundance and purpose and significant income that Jonathan referred to. So for the amazing people that joined us on the webinar tonight, our guest speakers, for Jonathan, Charles, and myself, we appreciate you. We honor you. We hope you'll make the decision to make a difference and become a part of Powur, the company that is not only changing the solar industry, but I'd be remiss if I did not remind everyone that we are already marketing batteries and we already have sold solar patios. Every single company bringing a renewable energy technology to the world will be faced with the same challenge that solar was: the cost of educating the American public, the cost of getting that sale, of acquiring that sale. Powur is the company that has solved that issue. As we establish ourselves as a leader in the solar industry, we will also position you and ourselves to be the leader in the renewable energy explosion, which is the greatest transition and perhaps the most important transition of wealth in history. Become a part of Powur, join tonight, and get everybody you can in front of this before the price goes up. Thank you. Good night.